Hey guys, my name is Hab, and if I do sound a little smoky or if I sound like I inhaled a dog, that is because I have just recovered from a very nice few days of bronchitis. Very fun. I do recommend that. Anyways, here is the Panther 88. Now, this has been actually on my list for a very, very long time. I have always wanted to get the Panther 88, and did it fulfill my expectations? No. But is it still a good tank? I would definitely say yes. It is unique in some regards, in that this is probably the best tier 8 medium gun, just accuracy wise. If I had to say, or if I had been asked if there is a better tier 8 gun on a medium than this, then the Rev, or surprisingly the T-34-2's 122mm, because that aim time, man. That's what makes me so hyped about that WZ-120 buff. I hope it really comes to be true. Anyways, the Panther 88 is essentially a tier 7 Panther, stepped a tier above, with the 88. The really, really good 88, and let's get right to that, because you have a very short aim time, you have incredible dispersion, you have a pretty nice damage output, at least the DPM, because the alpha itself is only 220, and you have pretty decent pen. Now, I would recommend that a lot of people would rather run calibrated shells instead, because it's not gonna affect the damage output that much, and you're gonna get a bit more usable pen numbers in the end. However, I am running it with the rammer because I am an idiot. Anyways, there are, however, some disadvantages that come with this as well, being the fact that it is a Panther but a tier higher. Now, its armor is improved compared to the tier 7 one, but not by a lot. To the point that the turret is not great. It is not a very good turret. It is 160, and if we were to compare this with the Tech 3 Panther 2, which has been recently considerably buffed, the top turret has 180. That is another 20 millimeters. Not to mention, if I compare this with this one, it has 15 more hull armor just on the front. If you angle that thing, if you use the gun depression a little bit, the Panther 2 becomes way harder to pen. This thing, not so much. Now, granted, I do like that it has a bit of that hull armor in case you need to side scrape against some pretty poor guns in general. So, a lot of tier 7 mediums, this could work against them. But I wouldn't say to rely on it. The armor is not what makes this tank, it is the gun. And I love the gun on this thing, even though it deals little damage, but it stacks up. After a minute you may not even realize you're over 2k. It is just that interesting to me. I do love great guns, and this is a great gun. Therefore, I like this tank. However, the mobility is improved over the standard Panther 2, and that's because it's way lighter. Oh, well, way lighter. Let us check that real quick. The Panther 88 is 46 tons, and this one is 52 tons. It is still a 6-ton difference, and that does hit pretty hard, because this goes 55. It goes 55, and it gets there pretty decently, and it has fantastic throws as well, like 70 degrees on the hull, come on. And then the turret, almost 50 degrees, that is very impressive. But I would say that this thing isn't a frontline tank. Even in tier 7 battles, I wouldn't put this on the front line. Because in tier 7, a lot of tanks still have around 200 millimeters of pen. And that is absolutely gonna go through this thing. If you have 175, you may struggle a little, you may not pen the upper plate at all. Probably won't. Probably won't pen the turret, because it is still angled a little backwards. But the lower plate absolutely, and the rest of the armor profile definitely. So I would really use this just as like a support tank, even though, with how I'm gonna play the tank right now, you're not gonna think like that. Because I play this thing like an absolute crackhead. So before we get to just the games in general, I am running the gun rammer, defense system, optics, gun laying drive, improved assembly, because this time the enhanced armor does not make that big of a difference, engine accelerator, vertical stabilizer, toolbox, and high-end consumables to maximize that adrenaline. And now, let's check some games. I do have to say this in advance, my RNG in the Panther 88 is pretty bad. It's not great. It is not great, I can absolutely tell you that. But we are in Ghost Factory, so you know, nice demonstration of the new map. But we are fighting mostly tier 7s, and I'm top tier, so this is gonna be an interesting battle if we don't get nuked immediately. Now, a lot of the team seems very keen on going left. I do not agree with that, but with how many heavy tanks the enemy team has, that may work out. And besides, we're not exactly meant to go with the heavies either, so we are gonna use our mobility to get around places. Oh dear. Good thing this thing reverses fast. That was a very hasty shot, and I should not have taken that. However, oh dear, that is an eagle. Okay, I have lost the commander. I am gonna turn my turret that way for a while, and now, let's see if we can get rid of an eagle. Oh dear, yup, I have made a big mistake. I have made a big mistake. I was awfully hopeful. Awfully hopeful. And now I will get pushed on and I will probably die exceedingly painfully. Because it seems to be that we have already lost a pretty important tank. The AMX. Now, I am a one-shot to the Eagle, and no matter how far further back I pull out, I will be hit regardless, and I am down for the count. Now, I believe that I should pause the recording for now, and I will return back to you in the second battle, which will hopefully prove to be a little less embarrassing. Anyways, let us get right back to it. The first battle ended disastrously, shall we say. So let's see how this one ends up. Seems we're gonna be fighting the M48A2. That is gonna be interesting to fight. I am worried about what the shovel will do for the armor profile of that tank, because I guess it means it's gonna get a lot of spaced armor. I haven't bothered looking at it, more or less. But we are gonna be fighting the typical fare for tier 8s. Excuse me if you heard a bump right now, that's because I accidentally hit the microphone foam. However, as an eager T49, shouldn't have done that. That was a grave mistake, my boy. Grave mistake. Okay, it does have PBR. It does look interesting that way. Oh, and that hit the shovel. Yeah, you can absolutely see, like, against same tier mediums and lights, no, this thing will not hold. Oh, it seems that went straight through. Huh, okay. Because that might protect against a bunch of heat, but not much else. Now, please, 112. It would be gracious of you to assist me. Okay, interesting. I would have much rather that you shot at the M48, but I will take that. Seems the M48 is rolling disastrously low today, and that is the 301 down. The Bolsig just fired, so I had a chance for this shot. There we go, that's down. Absolutely amazing gun. I love this thing. It absolutely sings, but man, this battle's a bit tough, because I have no idea where the Bolsig is, and oh no, that is awful. That is very bad. That is very bad. That is a full HP defender. Oh no. That's a W, is that fake tank? Oh wow, I am absolutely done for, aren't I? Oh dear. Yep, I have to pull back before I get shot again. I do require the Chimera here. Not a shot I would take, but I will accept that. Okay. I am gonna get killed by the IS-3 or the Bolsik, maybe. Who knows where the Bolsik is at this point. Ooh, Jesus. Clutch. That was a bit lucky. That gave me the opportunity for 2 more shots. Maybe a third one, but I am feeling doubtful. Yep, 2 more shots. That was it. Well, I guess you can see that my RNG in the tank is pretty bad, but that's mostly on teams. This thing is kind of team dependent. Isn't that much dependent, but it still can make a difference for some people. This isn't like a tank that you play to make credits. This isn't a tank to win a lot of battles. In my opinion, this is just a tank to have fun in. Oh wow, okay. We're gonna watch the complete battle, might as well. Chimera's a bit concerned about the defender, but he just exposed himself to a nasty shot. Do not do that. The IS-6 has completely fluffed his, but so did the WZ. Can he get that kill shot? That is the important part. Yes, he can. And now all that's left is the 300 HP defender. 112 is already pushing out, but it seems that the IS-6 is already loaded. And that is gonna be it from me. Dog just came into the room in case you heard something. But that's gonna be it from me. Panther 88. Pretty interesting and unique tank. Wouldn't say it's effective, but I would say that I do enjoy it and that I think it is rather fun. Anyways, that has been it from me. My name is Hab. If you somehow liked this video, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys later. Bye-bye.